Syrian and Turkish troops are on the move today, and so are President Trump and members of Congress. This Turkish military convoy, along with buses carrying troops, was seen crossing into northern Syria near Tel Abyad. It came about the same time as Syrian troops advanced toward the northern border town of Manbij, ready to do battle with their northern neighbor. This Syrian soldier pledged to liberate the Kurds and other residents from Erdogan the Tyrant. CBN News senior correspondent George Thomas is at the Tigris River on the Iraq-Syria border. He's ready to enter Syria as CBN's Operation Blessing partners with the Barzani Charitable Trust to take in humanitarian relief to Kurds and other Syrians in need.
That's a floating bridge that connects right in front of you is Syria. And so the Barzani Charity Foundation has about 30 trucks filled with all kinds of critical supplies.
And in Washington, tough action against Turkey in hopes of preventing a worse crisis. President Trump announced he'll soon sign an executive order imposing economic sanctions, canceling a $100 billion trade deal and hiking import tariffs on Turkish steel. It comes only a week after Trump announced the removal of U.S. troops from the area. Turkey President Erdogan saw it as a green light to launch a long-threatened military offensive in Syria, designed to destroy the Kurdish PKK and its allied militias. Vice President Mike Pence will lead an American delegation to Turkey.
The sanctions that were announced today will continue and will worsen unless and until Turkey embraces an immediate ceasefire, stops the violence, and agrees to negotiate a long-term settlement.
And rare bipartisanship on Capitol Hill as Republicans and Democrats join together in supporting sanctions against America's NATO ally, Turkey, and President Erdogan. Senator Lindsey Graham appearing on Fox and Friends.
Republicans and Democrats working with the administration are kind of come down on him like a ton of bricks, Iranian-type sanctions, and he deserves it.
A small number of American troops were seen still in northern Syria along the road from Kobani to Manbij. The president says the U.S. troops leaving Syria will be sent to Iraq if needed to fight ISIS. President Trump and members of Congress have called on Turkey to begin an immediate ceasefire and to hold talks with members of the Kurdish-dominated Syrian Democratic Forces. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says she wants to overturn the American troop withdrawal from Syria. Other dovish Democrats agree, but few want to give the president authority to send more. All of this comes as an editorial written by Turkey President Erdogan appears in the Wall Street Journal. He says Turkey has stepped into northern Syria because refugee flows, violence, and instability there have become intolerable. And 50 American tactical nuclear weapons are still being stored in Turkey at Incirlik Air Force Base. U.S. State and Energy Department officials are quietly considering plans to evacuate them. One senior administration official reportedly said the nukes are essentially hostages of Erdogan. Gary Lane, CBN News.